Good morning, students. School name St. Joseph's Ghorpadi, Pune. Standard 8th. Subject History. Before we begin with the next points, let us revise last time what we had studied. We had studied what is Renaissance, the period of Renaissance, what reformation was done, what discoveries, what inventions took place, American War of Independence. All these things we had learned in the previous session. Now, what is trade in simple terms? Children, I'll give you a minute. Just think, what is the term trade means to you? Trade, trade. Trade is nothing but the action of buying and selling of goods and services. Import, export from one country to other, one state to other state, local areas, all this is trade. So children, today we will learn more about rise of trading and events happening in Europe which had impact on India in the unit Europe and India. The page number we are going to start is from page number 7. Learning objectives. At the end of this session, you will know about what is capitalism, colonialism, imperialism of British East India, struggle and foundation. So let's begin. What do you mean by capitalism? What does this term means to you? You can see how many pictures are there. Okay, let's read the definition. An economic system in which the means of production of goods or services are privately owned and operated for a profit. So the main thing is production of goods, services, which are privately owned, not by the government. It is privately owned and operated for a profit. So children, due to the trade with Asia, Europe acquired lot of wealth which came to known as capital. So children, we have learnt that how the sailors they had discovered new routes to India. So the trading system started. It gave rise to trading. This capital came to be used for trade and commerce. So this trading led to trade and commerce. This gave rise to capitalist economic system in Europe and power in hands of capitalists. So with the discovery of sea routes, began the era of trade between Europe and Asia. Many traders came forward to trade with eastern countries through the sea route. It was not easy to carry trade single-handed. Hence, many traders came together and started trading. Thus, there was rise of many trading, which gave rise to capitalism. Children, we have studied the first English ships sailed down the west coast of Africa, round the Cape of Good Hope, and crossed the Indian. It was done by whom? Yes, the Portuguese sailor Vasco da Gama. He managed to sail the and pass the Cape of Good Hope and reach the Indian coast in Calicut. So due to the discoveries of new sea routes, began a new era of trade between Europe and Asia. Remember students, Europe and Asia. There was a rise of many trading companies. Next point we are going to study is colonialism. What is colonialism? Let's see. When one country exploits another country by making it into a colony, it is known as colonialism. Example, a country which is very powerful, establishes its political supremacy over that country. You can see here, children, the picture, how they are making different colonies. And this was done in India too. Due to this colonialism, this gave rise to imperialism among the Europeans. What is imperialism, children? What does the term imperialism means? Let's see. A system in which a powerful country controls other country by establishing its domination in weak countries and create many colonies. Example, British followed policy of imperialism in India. So this was too done in India. You can see the picture how they are exploiting people, the British people, how they are doing. They're controlling the weaker sections, people, and due to this, imperialism was done. Imperialism took place. The trade between India and England was carried out through this company. So children, the British established East India Company in 1600 AD to carry out trade in India. Let's see. So thus, due to this, wars had taken place. Now, the England and France established their supremacy over trade with India and fought three wars, which is known as the Carnatic Wars. So England and France were rivals in the competition of trade in India. They also wanted to do trade with India. So due to this, three wars had taken place. First Carnatic War, Second Carnatic War, and Third Carnatic Wars. In the Third Carnatic War, England defeated France. England had won over France. Therefore, now there was no strong European competitor for British East India Company in India. The next rise was the foundation of British rule in Bengal. Children, what is this picture? He was the Nawab of Bengal. Let's read about this. In 1756 AD, Siraj ud Dowlah became Nawab of Bengal, the richest province of India. English East India Company fortified the factory in Kolkata without permission of Nawab Siraj-ud-Dowla. This enraged Nawab and he took over the factory. Then Robert Clive, this is a picture of Robert Clive, diplomatically bribed Mr. Jafar, promising him to make Nawab of Bengal. So thus Nawab's army under leadership of Mr. Zafar did not participate in the Battle of Plassey, and this took place in 1757. You can see this picture, Battle of Plassey in 1757. Due to the betrayal of Mr. Zafar, Siraj-ud-Dowla was defeated. To restrict the activities of British in Bengal, Mr. Qasim, Sujauddaulah, Shah Alam, Mughal emperor, ran a campaign. You can see here the picture. Battle of Buxar in 1764 AD fought between British and aliens in Bihar. You can see here the Battle of Buxar, which took place in 1764 AD in Bihar. British won the battle. Territory of Treaty of Allahabad was signed. Foundation of British rule in India was laid in Bengal. So all these took place in Bengal. This all these activities in this manner the foundation of British rule in India was laid in Bengal. Now let's see the next term, the British Mysore struggle. Children, you have seen the Mysore palace, isn't it? Yes. Students, do you know who is he? He is Tipu Sultan. And this is Hyder Ali. And Tipu Sultan is son of Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali took control over Mysore after revolt. Children, Hyder Ali, he has taken control over Mysore after revolt. After the death of Hyder Ali, his son Tipu Sultan became the ruler of Mysore. So children, who became the ruler of Mysore? That is Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan became the ruler of Mysore. He tried his best to fight against the British. So in the Battle of Srirangapatna in 1799, the battle took place and he did his best to fight against the British people. Who? Tipu Sultan. But in that war, Tipu Sultan died and thus British took control of Mysore territory. This is the war which took place in 1799 in Srirangapatna in 1799. So Tipu Sultan had fought a war between British people, but unfortunately Tipu Sultan died and the British people took control of Mysore territory. All these British had won over Tipu Sultan. Thus, British took control of the Mysore territory. Now let's see what British people had done next. The British people took control over Sindh. The next thing is Sindh. British turned towards northwest frontier to strengthen their positions. British felt the need to establish their influence in Afghanistan. They captured Sindh as the routes towards Afghanistan went through Sindh. Children, this is a Sindh fort. So the British people took control over this. How? From Afghanistan they came to Sindh. This route towards Afghanistan went through Sindh. The British understood the importance of Sindh and hence captured it in the year 1843. So children, the British, see the power of the British in India. The English people, they turned their attention towards the north frontier. They feared that Russia might attack India through Afghanistan, and hence the English started establishing influence over Afghanistan. The route towards Afghanistan went through Sindh. Thus the British understood the importance of Sindh and captured it in the year 1843. Now let's see the rise or fall of Sikh powers. What is this picture, children? This is a picture of Queen Jindan. She is the mother of Dulip Singh. Queen Jindan, mother of Dulip Singh, looked after state affairs. The British took the opportunity and bribed some Sikh Sardars. Sikh community attacked British in Anglo-Sikh War but were defeated. In the Second Anglo-Sikh War, thousands of Sikh were defeated, and finally British captured Punjab in the year 1849. See children, this is the first Anglo-Sikh War which took place in the year 1845 to 46. Second Anglo-Sikh War, which thousands of Sikh were defeated and the British finally captured Punjab in 1849. So children, thousands of Sikh soldiers participated in the war against the British. Finally, in the year 1849, the British captured the entire region of Punjab. Thus, it gave rise to their British powers. Conclusion. So today we have studied more about things happening in Europe that brought impact on India. This is your homework, students. Collect information from the internet. Write about Tipu Sultan and Ranjit Singh. Students, do fill the Google form. Questions for you to practice. Revise all by reading the whole lesson. Practice the video notes. Thank you and have a nice day.